Hello and welcome to my workshop. My name is Chris Pine. Today I'm going to build a tray that will sit as a centerpiece on our Thanksgiving Day table. My wife wanted a tray that was about 2 feet long, 6 inches wide roughly, and wanted it out of dark wood. So I'm going to be using this piece of walnut behind me, and I'm going to build the tray. She will fill in the contents with candles and other decorative things, as I said, to serve as a centerpiece for Thanksgiving. It's going to be here before you know it. Let's get started in the shop today. Okay, what we've got here is I did some planing, as you can see, and I ended up with the pieces being just a little over ½ an inch thick, maybe 5/8 thick, and I think that's going to look good. I just planed it until it looked about right for what I thought I was going to want it to look like. So, 2 end pieces and the 2 sides. I want it to be overall outer dimensions about 8 inches wide and 2 feet long, 24 inches. And the sides on the ends are a little taller, but roughly 2 inches tall on the side pieces, and then the ends will be a little taller than that. I don't remember, 2.5 inches. Not even. It's less than 2.5 inches tall. And that's going to be the idea. It's going to be a fairly easy project. I am going to put some rabbets in the ends here with a dado head cutter, and we're going to just use that as the joint. It will go together, and then I'm going to use a piece of oak plywood for the bottom. I'll probably stain that dark just to match the walnut, and we'll go on from there. So I have my dado head cutter set up in my table saw to cut about 1/4 inch deep, and it's going to cut a groove here on the board and leave, a little more than 1/4 inch up from the bottom, so that it leaves some material there to hold the panel in when I assemble the tray. Just test the fit here. That'll fit great. What I've done next is to scoot the fence over so that I can line up my piece of material here with the dado head cutter, and it'll get the rough dimension. I've got the dado head cutter just a little bit so that it's a little wider than this piece of wood, so that when I cut my dado here on the end of the boards, that this will fit inside of the dimensions of the tray, and we'll have it all covered that way. Rather than readjusting my dado head cutter, I'm just going to take the initial cut, and then I'm going to nibble away at the piece until I get the rest of the material removed on the end of the board. What I've done here on the end pieces is traced a gentle curve, and I've done that through using a thin piece of the material I had. And I don't know if you can see the lines. It's hard to see on this walnut, but from the center point, I want it to go out to the point where the side pieces meet, a gentle curve there. I've done a little bit of sanding and shaping on the ends here, and I sanded the rest of it. I have changed my mind. I think I'm going to leave the bottom as is. That's a piece of oak plywood, as I said before. I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, and we'll finish it. Of course, I have to glue it up. This is just dry fit, and we'll go from there. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks right now. I was also going to cut holes on the ends for handles. For this application, I think it'll be fine just like it is. I don't think that will add to it, putting handles on the end. Okay, we're ready for some glue up. So I'm going to start gluing this up, clamping. I'm going to use some brads to hold it together. Mostly, though, the glue is what's going to do the work. Nothing to it. Famous last words, I'm sure. Okay, I got it sanded. I've got it all ready to finish, and you can see some of the just the inclusions. And I think this was actually a beetle that ate its way, or some kind of an insect in the wood. I'm leaving it. It just adds character. Knot hole there. This side's pretty clean. But it was a very basic project. I'm just going to use some spray polyurethane, spray varathane, and we'll get it finished.